And gobble, 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 Gore Hounds. How's it going? Welcome to the Gore More Podcast. I am your not so mean Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing this shit show in. However, I'll bring this shit show in alone. For with me, as always, are my beloved horror homies. Let's see. Do I have anything for Thanksgiving? Something with pilgrims.
Turkey slap.
Turkey slap.
Turkey cocks.
My terrific turkey slaps. I don't even know. Fucking A, dude.
You're terrific turkey cocks. Just say that.
Terrific turkey cocks. Jesus Christ.
Now that's a mouthful.
Yeah, right.
That's
Let
what
me
she
just
said.
say, welcome to the shit show. Today is November 20th, 2023, and well, we're gonna have a very fun episode today. Somebody's phone's going off in the background.
I'm sharing us.
I know, but
around.
mute your
Oh,
shit,
shit.
son.
I am not sharing at all yet. What
You're
the
good.
fuck am I doing?
You're good.
I think Brody being here just kind of got me all flustered
Yeah, as y'all can
Oh,
see,
now.
our
Got that
beloved,
sexy Aussie here.
our beloved.
I see the
doppelganger
condensation
Kingabanger.
running down your camera there, Chad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our beloved Scuba is out. He's hurt. It's not that he's not feeling well, but he's a little sore and he's going to get himself checked out. So wish you the best, Scoobs. Hope everything works out well.
Yes.
All the
Other than
best.
that, we're talking 2013's You're Next. But before we do any of all this shit today, I'm gonna bring him in individually. So first and foremost, right next to me, I have that Dark Lord of Knowledge, that Chad Daddy, way down from the Chattahoochee, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
What's up, bitches?
And as we already said, but I didn't do proper enunciation or announcement, whatever. How do we want to say this? We have that saucy Aussie, that doppelganger Kangabanga, Mr. Brody Kane.
Howdy, little motherfucker. Sorry, the computer much.
Yo, fuck yeah, man.
Not
And,
bad. Not bad.
Thank you for joining us on your day off, homie.
Thank you for having me, gentlemen. It's quite a pleasure.
Having
We
you, man. I
love
told
it.
you.
We love
you
having you
wouldn't-
on.
You should never have to ask. You just tell me, hey, I'm off, homie. Cool. Good. Get in.
You know,
You're welcome anytime. Welcome anytime here.
Yes.
Much appreciated.
And we have that killing machine, that beloved meat mountain, Mr. Bobby Amone.
Good evening, fuck nuts.
And so like I said, today we're talking 2013's You're Next, but we can't do that before we talk about what we did in the past weekend. However, once again, Scoobs is out, so I got to pull in his variant. So, variant Scuba with the old cheesy self. Bring it in.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your
Delicious.
I had pizza for dinner, so
Oh, nice. You know what? We always say that we're going to eat it while we do that, but it never like lines up because,
I was thinking
Shit
about it for a hot second, but I was hungry.
I had quesadillas instead, so
Ooh,
still not bad. Still a little cheesy.
I took a nap on the couch, so. Fucking A, dude. Chad Daddy, how the hell you been, man? What'd you do this weekend?
Not much, not bad here. Just, worked like usual. Had a nice 3-day weekend. Friday, me and the wife were just sitting there. I got the kids off to school. I looked at her and like, I'm kind of bored. She's like, I'm kind of bored too. I'm like, want to play some Mario Party? I'm like, sure. So we got the Switch out and we, have it set up to the TV downstairs and played some Mario Party. And next thing we know, it's like 2:30, almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's like, shit, we got to get the kids here pretty soon. So
Hell yeah, dude.
literally all day was just sitting there playing Mario Party. So we didn't do much aside from that. Let's see, what else did I do? Saturday, took the kids bowling like we do every Saturday. Went and helped her friend Crystal kind of get her house rearranged. It's pretty chill. Came home. Harper's been wanting to watch Encanto, or however you want to pronounce it.
Hanto.
She's been wanting to watch that again for a while because it's been on TV a few times, and I'll turn it on, and she'll sit there, and she'll cuddle up, and she'll start to watch. And I'm like, sorry, you got to go to bed. It's bedtime. So I made the promise to her that we'd watch it, so we watched it.
It's not a bad one. I like it.
After a couple more viewings, I feel like it just gets better and better each time you see it.
Yeah, it was one of those ones where I was a little standoffish at first, but then I actually sat down with the kid on. I was like, you know what, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, give it another chance. You'll probably like it a little.
No,
more.
it's solid.
I don't think I really did much else this weekend. I'm still playing Gotham Knights on PS5. I'm getting kind of bored with it.
Already?
It's very repetitive. It's just, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, this is fun, but it's getting kind of boring, just doing the same thing over and again. And it just occurred to me, it is exactly like that fucking Avengers game that came out a couple years ago.
You mean the one that won't be available anymore because they're gonna take that shit off because they knew it was so bad?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's almost exactly like that because you're just doing the same thing over and over again. I hate grindy games like that. It bores the fuck out of me.
I mean, honestly though, like as much as I love the Arkham games, that's what they were too. It was just a bunch of fucking fighting around and some other shit.
Not quite like this though.
And
the controls in this are a little clunky too.
You just need Spider-Man, bro.
I do. I know. Maybe Santa Claus will bring it. I'm just not in a rush to get it right now.
No, absolutely. I get it. I'm sure there'll be Black Friday sales on that shit, dude. There is on MK. I saw that.
Dude, there's a fucking there was a Walmart PS5 bundle with Spider-Man 2. The same price I paid for mine. Like, god damn it.
Yeah, but you've had yours for like a year now.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, no, not much else. Sunday, just did a little house cleaning, hung out, and then watched this awesome movie, which I'm actually pretty excited to talk about because I didn't know what to expect. And yeah,
it was your first time.
Yeah, and Steph watched it with me, so she had quite a few good jump scares.
Nice.
I kept track. 6 times. 6 times.
Really?
Nice.
I like that.
It would have been 7 times. But Harper came out in the room, and she was distracting Steph, so she didn't see the one part.
Yeah. That's a maybe then.
That would have been 7. Guaranteed. She even admitted, she's like, yeah, if I was watching, I would have jumped.
Okay, fair. Nice.
But yeah, aside from that, not much else is new. Got a nice short 3-day week here ahead of me, and then followed by a 3-day week after that because where I work, a lot of people, they hunt, and it's deer season, so a lot of people will be off hunting deer, and I will be at home doing nothing.
Yeah, our deer season for gun opened up this past Saturday.
Ours opens this Saturday.
Gotcha. Nice, dude.
So, the wife.
Oh, yeah, that was awesome, dude. That was a great jump there.
So, yeah, I'm just going to pass it off. Let's talk to that saucy Aussie down under there.
How y'all doing? Yeah, fucking not much been happening down in my neck of the woods. Let's see. I'm really struggling to think of shit that I've been doing. Essentially just watching bulk films as per usual. Fuck, what have I been watching?
You know what? Now that I got you face to face here, and this kind of goes with your slice of life, but how is that physical of Texas 22 that you got, bro?
Do you know what? It was actually not bad at all, mate. And it's
because I wanted you to watch it before I decided to purchase. Seeing that you but
I will admit there's a couple of spots in it where it's a little bit grainy, but it's somewhat kind of feels like it adds to that style of the TCM franchise, that grainy old school look when you think about the first film, if you know what I mean. It adds that sort of, but it's like a new age grain to it. If you I don't know if it's just my TV or what, but it wasn't enough to put me off. It was actually really good on the screen either way because it's obviously the Netflix transfer. But yeah, no, it feels good to actually own a physical copy of it because Netflix are a bunch of useless idiots.
They
Yeah.
are.
Won't actually release their stuff on Blu-ray. So, in saying that, yeah, very good, Mr. Johnny. I suggest you purchase one, mate, because you won't be disappointed.
Hell
In
yeah,
saying
dude.
that,
That's great to know, man.
yeah. Fuck, what else have I been? I'm so fucking boring. I haven't been doing much at all, really. Like I said, just watching bulk films. Ended up getting that Hellraiser set, the new 4K box set.
I'm
They
so
released that.
nice.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, it looks so good on the screen. Because I don't have a 4K player, so I still got it, but they were able to give me the Blu-ray version as well. So it was great to go back and watch part 4, the work print of that, and see
Okay.
what the original vision was behind it. And it for me personally, it works a lot better than the theatrical cut because they cut a lot of the space shit out of it. You know, I don't know if you've seen part 4,
It's been a
but
minute.
yeah, the majority of it's pretty much like in space, where this starts off in like as a period piece and how the box become to be made. And then it jumps into the present day, and then it skips into the future after present day. So it's like 3 different timelines. It's actually really interesting what they were doing with it at that stage. And I do believe that part 4 is the end of the franchise. Well, it should have been, essentially,
Agreed.
because the rest of the films are just straight to DVD shit.
Is that where they started going to space? It was after 4?
No, number 4 was space.
Oh, what? Okay.
Yeah, but in the theatrical cut, they play heavily on the space thing. But in the work print cut, it starts off as a period piece film, like in the 1700s or something. Like it's
Okay.
like very posh people like talking about how they were able to make this box and summon a demon back, and then it skips to the present day where it's all about the bloodlines of those people who made that previous box, and then
Okay.
then after the present day that we get, it skips to the future, like in space. So yeah, it's a bit of a mind fuckery, but once you see it, it all makes sense, and you're like, this is actually a better flowing type of film. You know, because they're back and forth in the theatrical cut, like they're jumping from space to a period piece to the present day, then back to like the 1700s and space. It's all over the fucking shop. So
No
yeah.
shit. Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
yeah,
Is it a longer version as the
No.
work? Okay,
Nah,
it's just edited differently.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's so it's very jumpy because it's just like essentially it's all this stuff that is it Kevin Yeager, the special effects artist? I'm pretty sure was he
I
the
think.
original
I think so.
director behind it. Yeah. So essentially, he filmed a bunch of shit, like nearly a movie's worth or a movie's worth, and then they're like, "No, we don't like that. We need more of this and that. Your vision's not the best." And then they brought in the guy who directed Halloween Part 6 to come in and like do a bunch of reshoots. And then the film got made, and then it got released as Alan Smithy, this unknown, like the casual Alan Smithy that no one wants to be a part of. They don't want their name attached to the project. So yeah, there was a lot of shit that went on behind the scenes with this film, and the work print cut. It only goes for like an hour, maybe, or just over an hour, because like I said, it's very choppy.
Right.
But it still makes sense to an extent, and it feels like it was going in a really good direction than the version we got. So
Nice, dude.
that's
awesome.
just me personally, anyway.
Hey, man. That's what you got it for, right?
What's the transfer quality like?
It's not very good. It's pretty much like your VHS standard, like. But hey, at least we still get a work print copy of something that
A legit release of it, even.
Yeah, like it's really interesting to see. I'm pretty sure someone will post it up on YouTube, so you'll be able to watch it by then. I know there's people reviewing that work print at the moment on YouTube, so you could probably jump up there and suss it. But yeah, but other than that, keen to talk about this film this week. One of them films I really appreciated when it first came out. A lot of hype going in behind it, and it succeeded. So enough about me. Bobby, what have you been up to, mate?
Well, I also, just like Chad, had a 3-day weekend. I had Friday off, so my mom and I got a bunch of shit for the house for the winter. I got a new drill set, we got a new snow blower, and all that stuff, and we only got it for $80. So
Ooh.
it was a good day at Lowe's. My mom got like a credit card because we had a problem with a washer we bought. So they gave her full amount back on that, and then so we was like, well, we're going shopping. So we went shopping and we robbed them blind.
There you go.
Nice.
Hey, I ain't afraid to admit it. Saturday, me and Rebecca were in New York City all day for a friend of ours' birthday. We went and had lunch with them, and then we fucking went out to dinner, and then we went drinking.
Nice.
And
There
at
you
one
go.
point, my uncle's like, "Do you want to work tomorrow?" I'm like, "No."
Ha!
I'm like, I'm not getting up. That's not happening. And then Sunday, I had football Sunday here with family and friends coming over for sliders and pizza, and then that was it. And I got to watch this wonderful movie, which not my first watch. I think it's like my second or third, and that's what I'm here to talk about. To keep it short and sweet. John, what about you?
Oh, let's see. What did I do this weekend? Friday didn't do shit. Saturday I worked on a parade float, which was nice. Didn't go. I didn't feel as me and my buddy didn't feel as fulfilled though when we were kind of done with it, because like we've never done a float, and everything that him and I've always done together, like we kind of have like grander expectations and time and money. Well, unfortunately, we only have the expectations this time and not the other two, so doesn't really like not really hitting. Like, we didn't have to make anything, and you know what I mean. I feel like that's what like gives us our drive, is to like actually create something. Where this is just like, all right, let's slack a bunch of shit we already have and like make it look like Christmas puked all over it. All right, cool. So, but that was fun. That was cold though. And then did a bunch of fucking gaming this weekend, dude. Been grinding on my Halo because they got that seasons, dude. MK's got that season fucking going on. And then a little bit of Ghostbusters in there. Sunday, I worked in the morning, picked up some sweet OT, came back into town, and my sister and brother-in-law reached out and they're like, yo, you want to go see Thanksgiving? Which was an absolute fucking yes. So I went and saw that movie yesterday, and it was awesome. What's up, Seb?
Hello, sir.
And everybody else watching, by the way.
Yes,
Thank
hello.
you all for joining us.
Yes.
It's always a pleasure. And if you could do a solid, if you want to give us a share, it would also be super appreciated. But yeah, watched Thanksgiving yesterday. Gotta say, like I told the boys, but I'll try to keep it short and sweet. I'm glad to see Eli Roth put something back out in theaters. It was awesome. It was a fucking great slasher. It was brutal. It was fun. It was funny.
How was the popcorn?
So I knew that was gonna come up. All right, so yeah, dude. So this is my dumbass. Now I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, I went in a little fucking feeling pretty decent. So I'm watching the movie, dude, and I'm probably like a third into the bag. And then I ate this one piece of popcorn that just, it was like a record, like dude, like I was taken out of the movie and everything. I'm like, what the fuck did I just eat? And it was the nearest thing I could think of, because obviously I've never actually eaten it, but it almost tasted like fucking mold. And I was like, ugh. Right? So I'm like, what the fuck, dude? So I'm having this little like mini freak out. My bro, did I just eat fucking mold? Like, what the fuck, man? Like, oh. So I put the popcorn down next to me and I drink my fucking drink. And obviously, you know, palate cleanse, right? So movie continues. It's like 10 minutes down the movie more.
Oh,
And I look over and I'm like, oh yeah, I got popcorn still. And I'm like, and I look at it. So I'm like looking, there was like a bright scene, and I'm like, I don't see anything discolored in there. And I'm like doing smell tests, like on a couple different handfuls. I'm like, that fucking smells weird. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I'll just put it down. Well, somewhere 20 minutes after the fact, my fat ass is fucking eating it again, dude. So I'm telling my brother-in-law and sister when I get out of there, and he's just like, now here's my saving grace. He has also tasted that flavor a few different times. He's gotten popcorn there, so he no longer gets popcorn there. And I'm like, I really hope it wasn't mold, but maybe I'm like, maybe it was like a weird like chunk of oil, like the popcorn oil. I don't know.
Ugh.
Like it was just such a weird, distinct, like, oh, what the fuck was that? Dude, it's like when your kid shoves something in your mouth when they're like, or they're trying to, and like a weird texture hits your tongue, and you're like, no. You might not even get that far. It might just get to the lip. But Chad knows what I'm talking about. And yeah, so you know, not my proudest moment, but it was more of like, huh. And then we kind of had like that thought. I'm like, well, if this is how I go out, you know. But I will say, man, you know what? Dude, I listen, I ate like shit this weekend. So I was like, worst case scenario, I'm gonna be definitely stuck on the toilet. And you know what? Knock on wood. Dude, I even threw chili in that mixture, and that still didn't fucking do nothing. So I was like, all right, man.
The best part of that, though, is your wife throwing your ass under the bus,
Bro,
blasting on Facebook.
Oh my God.
I straight up like, so I tell her I'm fucking like putting a light up for her or something like that she's been arguing or yelling at me to do. So I'm like telling her this, and because she's like, how's the movie? And I'm like, so you want to know how dumb your husband is? And then this is like me telling her in confidence. And then like literally within 2 seconds, I see that, you know, and I was like, what the fuck? As I'm telling you here on the show anyways, but whatever, dude. Like I knew that was going to happen. So she's yelling at me through the floor right now.
I just love that I see in our chat. I see in our chat from Chad, so how was the moldy popcorn? It took me.
Oh, you weren't the only one, dude. Marino hit me up in our other fucking Gallows chat.
And then I go look on Facebook. I'm like,
dude.
Oh my God.
But like I said, my saving grace is that I apparently am not the only one that has, because he said when I described the flavoring, his face was just like, that's what it is. And I was like, what's that? And he's like, I've had that flavor before and I could never really place it. But as soon as you explained it, he's like, that's exactly what it is. And I was just like, huh. Now, like I said, this is not the normal theater that I prefer to go to by any means, but this just happened to be showing Thanksgiving. So, I mean, you know, like I said, I wasn't tore up. I'm not in the hospital. So, and you know what? Maybe it's just like the Aquatine thing where it's like, you know, mold's got some penicillin in it. So maybe it just did some fucking good. Isn't that what the dude said to Master Shake?
Old Drippy.
Yeah, he's like, go ahead and eat me. I got penicillin.
Man, that is like first season Aquatines right there.
Fucking A, bro. Pulling it back.
Probably be a dry
favorite
snot.
episode, dude? Willie Nelson. The shaving.
I don't know. I like hand banana myself.
Hand banana is great. What you gonna do there, guy? Alrighty. But enough about hand bananas. We are here to talk Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving timed movies, and that is going to be 2013's You're Next. Brody, you got the show notes?
I sure do.
You want to do the plot rundown, homie?
Absolutely, I can. Rightio. So Aubrey and Paul Davison decide to celebrate their wedding anniversary by inviting their 4 children and their significant others to a family reunion at their remote and slightly rundown weekend estate. But the family reunion goes weary. Or is it Ori? All right. Ori? All right. Right. When their home comes under siege by a mask-wearing team of crossbow-bearing assailants. The family has no idea who's attacking them, why they're under attack, or if the attackers are inside or outside their cavernous, creaking house. All they know for certain is that nobody is safe.
Yeah.
Directed by Adam Wingard, who did Blair Witch and Godzilla vs. Kong, written by Simon Barrett.
Wow. What 2 different exposing movies.
I was just thinking, I'm like, damn, that's a spectrum difference.
Also, I got to give him a shout out for The Guest. Fucking fantastic film. Written by Simon Barrett, who did VHS and Blair Witch. Produced by Simon Barrett, Red Sands and The Guest. Jessica Wu, The Devil's Candy, great film. Blair Witch. Keith Calder, All the Boys Love Mandy Lane. The Devil's Candy. Kim Sherman, who did A Horrible Way to Die and VHS.
Bobby, take it away, buddy.
Starring I'm going to say it first. Tell me if it sounds right. Sharni Vincent.
Sounds
Yes,
good to
you are
me.
correct.
Okay. Step Up 3D, Bait as Aaron. Nicholas Tucci, False, Channel Zero as Felix Davison. Wendy Glenn, 11-11-11, Clash of the Dead as Z. AJ Bowen, House of the Devil, Hatchet 2 as Crispin Davison. Joe Swanberg, A Horrible Way to Die, VHS as Drake Davison. Rob Moran, Kingpin, Days of Our Lives as Paul Davison. Barbara Crampton, Suitable Flesh, The Young and the Reckless as Aubrey Davison.
Restless.
He did say reckless.
He did fucking get me.
I feel like that's a comedy, isn't it?
Sarah Myers, Spider-Man 3, Friends with Benefits as Kelly Davidson. Amy Semets.
Close enough.
Hittite.
Alien Covenant, Pet Cemetery as Amy Davison. T.I. West, director
Ty
of
West.
X and Pearl. Ty West. Whatever!
T.I. West.
Some sounds like a rapper.
It sounds better as T.I. West. Tarek. God damn it. Lane Hughes, A Horrible Way to Die, VHS as Tom in Fox Mask. Elsie Holt, VHS 2, Phantom Fun World as Craig, Lamb Mask. And Simon
Craig.
Barrett, VHS, The ABCs of Death as Dave, Tiger Mask. Body count total, we do not have
Oh, shit. I forgot to update that. It's 15.
15.
That's a
You heard it
solid
here.
amount, dude, for really like thinking about like there's not that much, like that's almost the entire cast.
10,
Everybody
10
look?
males, 5 women. Thank you, dead meat.
Yeah, buddy.
Chad.
Music by Jasper Justice Lee, A Horrible Way to Die, The Nobodies. Mads Heltberg, All Cheerleaders Die, ABCs of Death 2. Kyle McKinnon, Pop Skull, The Mountain, the River, and the Road, and Adam Wingard, Blair Witch. Cinematography by Andrew D. Palermo, Moon Knight, and The Green Knight. Not related. Not related. Edited by Adam Wingard, VHS, The Guest. Effects and makeup by The Creature Company and Fantasy Creations FX. Distributed by Lionsgate. Runtime of 94 midgets. Rated R for mature audiences. A budget of $1 million, and it grossed $26.9 million. Wasn't bad.
Damn.
It's pretty damn good.
That's a pretty good
Hell
turnaround.
yeah.
Hell
Pretty
yeah.
solid.
I love how Chad was able to get The Young and the Restless and Days of Our Lives in there.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I noticed that. I was like,
Good.
No, you mean the Reckless, right?
Yeah, the Reckless.
Oh,
fuck
shit,
up.
sorry.
Well, I had to put some of the, like Barbara Crampton did that newer movie, and then it said she's on The Young and the Restless recently and stuff like that. We know she was in Reanimator and The Beyond. Everybody knows that by now. I had to put some of the other stuff.
That's good.
Yeah, and fuck me up, God damn it.
You're good, dude. You're good. You've done much worse on other ones.
I have. Oogie
I know.
Spooky is still with us
Oogie
today.
Oogie Spooky. Oogie Spooky will never die, but I'm kind of partial to T.I. West now.
T.I.
T.I. West and T-Pain.
That's right.
Yeah.
P.O. Teddy.
All
All
right.
right,
So
let's talk about this.
this movie, we chose it because it was on a list of Thanksgiving movies. I did not catch where this was Thanksgiving in this movie whatsoever.
They
didn't
had-
either.
They had a dinner that could have been considered Thanksgiving because it's in the fall.
Maybe that's all it was. It's like Thanksgiving-esque because it's
Yeah.
family dinner setting. Okay.
Do they mention it in the
No.
movie?
Well,
They don't.
No,
I don't think
I would listen for it specifically because, like I said, it was on this list, and this is why we chose it. But
But it was a nice dinner spread. They said grace beforehand, so it kind of seems like it could have been.
it does feel like it could fit in, and especially like given this week, dude, this is the time where you're going to hang out with your family and shit. And man, sometimes Thanksgiving has some of the snarkiest fucking firebacks, dude. When it comes to fucking,
yes.
like, honestly, this would be a good one, and then like not a palate cleanser, but a mood lightener. But to stick with the same theme would be Secret Santa after this.
Dude,
Yes.
I was thinking
Ooh,
that
yeah.
the
Yes.
beginning and the dinner scene made me think exactly of Secret Santa.
It's just
That
that,
was exactly what I thought.
that snipey, nasty fucking family that's
Yep.
just assholes to each other.
Although
I'm
I will
glad you
say
mentioned that, 'cause I was
they were
thinking
a
that.
little bit more nasty in Secret Santa, but these people also.
Oh no,
fucking
100%. Those
sucked.
people were like,
Yeah, but they were on
cartoon-
PCP or whatever.
Yeah, they were like
This is true,
cartoon
too.
character versions of like, well, even probably before the PCP, they were fucking. But no, like this one, like the brothers are douchebags and everything, right? Like the parents aren't really snipey or anything, but it's
No,
more
they're-
like the siblings and
Those
shit.
brothers don't just dislike agents; they fucking hate each other.
Yeah.
But they are completely opposite of people too, like 100%.
Right.
And obviously, I mean, it probably does stem from the parents because, like, the parents obviously like allow certain siblings to get away with certain shit that we've understood that dynamic pretty early. I would feel.
Yeah. 100%.
Felix can sort of say what he wants to say in front of his dad, like, "Oh, my dad, you're the best," and then he's like, to the side, he's like being a snipey little prick, smug little.
Right, but
cunt.
if like our son, was it Crispin? He shoots back, and then all of a sudden he gets kind of like bitched at.
Yeah, and I think he definitely had that middle child thing going, the way he was looked at and treated.
Yep.
See, I couldn't tell if he was. Yeah, maybe. See, I don't know. Who was the young? Who? Because like obviously you got 4 brothers, right?
I'm pretty sure Felix is the youngest.
Yeah.
All right.
Did I fuck that up?
Is he the one that gets
Felix
the arrow
was
in the head? No.
No, that was the boyfriend. No, who is the oldest brother?
That's right. I flipped.
Wait, who was
around.
the oldest brother?
Sorry, I was talking about Drake there.
Drake,
before.
yeah, Drake. Oh, Drake was
Drake
was a
like,
dick bag
He was the
sucking
guy
his
that got
dad's
the
penis.
arrow in his back.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Which he deserved to have the whole time. Not even a question.
So I love this movie, straight up, stand up.
Yep.
That scene, I know we're kind of jumping around, but we do that. So that scene made me laugh though when they were going in front of the window with the chairs, because I'm like, why is nobody army crawling?
Yeah.
Like that would seem so much simpler than picking up a fucking chair and trying to use that as a fucking shield.
Well, I honestly
just staying under the window.
Honestly, I think everybody like the girlfriend who obviously Erin throughout the whole movie, I had a feeling she knew that these people were too stupid to do that. That's probably why they were told to do it that way.
Yeah, but I mean, like she was pretty much leading the charge at that point anyway, so they would have probably listened to her regardless of what she said.
This is true, but
even the fucking parents, because when all this shit is going down, they decide it's a good idea to set the mother down for a fucking bed rest and leave her there by herself. Like, the fuck?
Yeah.
There's a lot of times where they just leave a character by themselves.
Yes.
Where it's like, yo, it is
family's dumb as
clearly like after the first kill, and maybe even the second, which honestly was probably one of my favorite kills. Like, yeah, you know that you got intruders going on in this house, right? And didn't did the father already find out that somebody was living in the closet when he set the mother down at that point?
No, he found that out later on.
That was later. Okay,
we see that when the door gradually opens up earlier on in the film.
That's when Crispin comes up and gets his dad.
Yeah, because that was the only place he didn't look, was that specific closet.
Correct. Yep. So, all right, Bob, Brody, and myself, we've all seen this prior to this watching, correct?
Yes.
Shad Daddy, you said this was your first watch.
Yes, it was.
As taking it from somebody for a virgin viewer, how was it, man? Like, this
was amazing. I did not know what to expect. This had way more gore than I was expecting. A lot of good jump scares. Like I said, I counted Steph jumping 6 times.
Nice.
And it would have been 7 if she wasn't distracted by her youngest. Because
you know what? That's a solid rating system.
That is a very solid rating.
Yep.
And she's like, I hate you for making me watch this. But I think she really enjoyed it. And this, you feel like there's definitely a twist, but it's not the twist you're expecting.
Yep.
Not exactly, no.
Because
it kind of is, but you think...
You know what the weird part? The first time I...
Go ahead, Bob.
Well, I know the first time I watched this, the brother who ends up being part of that twist, the whole time, I just kept thinking to myself, I'm like, you are acting just so nonchalant in any way.
Is that Felix, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Steph said the same thing. She thought that, but first they're setting it up and almost making you think that it's Aaron.
Crispin.
No, they almost make you want to blame Aaron because of how much she knows as far as like survival techniques.
But see,
Oh, really? See, I never got that.
See, I never got that vibe.
I thought that, and Steph thought that too, because it almost seemed like they were setting her up, almost like she was the insider. And then, surprise, surprise, it's the youngest brother and his girlfriend.
But what about when
It was
Crispin
actually
like
It was actually the two brothers because
Yeah.
Crispin was in on it too.
But it's
so-
I was gonna get to that because you
Yeah.
know it's them, and then at the end she gets the phone call on Felix's phone, and you
Yeah.
find out that because the whole time Crispin left, you don't see him. I looked at Steph, I'm like, where the fuck is he this
See,
whole
and
time?
that's where to me I was like, oh, it's him. Like
Yeah.
he disappeared, but we
Yeah.
didn't see him get offed. You know what I mean? They just showed that.
I
one-
was hoping it wouldn't be that, but it was a nice twist that he was the other mastermind behind this.
No,
He was
at
kind of
fir-
more of a patsy in it, dude. He wasn't even really a mastermind in it. You know what I mean? He was just kind of like, yeah, I'm down with this.
Yeah, the first time I saw, I didn't think of him as part of it. I thought they killed him, and you're going to see the body later. And then
Well,
when
see,
I heard the phone call, I'm like, really? He's still alive?
Okay, so with Aaron setting up the trap there in the front door, I had a feeling that I thought how it was going to end was he was going to show up with the cops at the end, and he's going to burst through the door, and it's going to kill him.
Okay, that would have still been cool.
That would have been really cool.
I was kind of sad that got like. I'm glad it finally did get used, but I was sad like it was a cutaway kill because I'm like, yo, man, that fucker would have been.
But it was really cool because it just led to like a blood spattered
It did.
credits there, so
No,
that
I
was
know.
pretty neat.
It like I'm just if we got to actually see a full kill though, man, like that would have been like an upswing to like the chin / jaw. That would have been some nasty fucking
Yeah,
shit.
that would have been. Ooh.
Now, did you guys like that our final girl here was already like a fully like trained person?
Yes.
Because I was wondering because like
it's-
I liked it, but I feel like maybe some people would be like, oh, that's too much of like a easy pass off. But it's like
It's not
it
though.
is.
Well, see,
No.
but when she explains like her upbringing, like I don't know, it just her being prepared for basically any sort of thing just added more depth to her. So I was like, that's fucking cool. I thought that was so cool about her.
Now, if you also want to watch this with a nice pairing, you could start off with Home Alone first and then end it with this. And you can compare the nail scenes of Marv taking a nail to the foot
And
versus
fucking
this motherfucker who is bleeding all over the goddamn place.
I was actually, oh my god!
That was my first. I was like, this is fucking Home Alone, bro. Like,
But on
Home
steroids.
Alone. I mean, we already have Violent Home Alone, obviously, yes, but
Well, yeah.
older one. But
Honestly, that now there's. I know we're going to jump around, but there were so many kills. That wasn't even a kill, but that made me cringe worse.
bro,
than
because
the one
any,
kill.
have you ever
than the
had
one
a
kill.
nail go into anything? I know I
yeah.
have.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I
So
have.
we're all
but it did-
nodding our heads, so
Yep.
we all know that
Yeah.
feeling. Like we just.
But watching him step, like it's slowly, bam! Oh, like I'm like,
Yeah, but he like did
oh.
the little like hop down, dude. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
I love the lead into that because he sees the board that's sitting there and he's like, oh, I'm just gonna go over that.
And then he doesn't see the one that's there.
Oh, just awful. But
But
man,
no, her motives in this film were believable because, like, I understand what John was saying there before. A lot of people are probably upset that like we don't actually get to see a lot of her backstory. We just it's sort of implied, but the filmmakers film it in a way that it feels believable. That's that realism behind it. Like they don't have her as like this one like a John Wick character. Like she's like unstoppable.
that's
It feels believable. She's prepared, like Bobby was saying. She's very prepared. She's trying to think 2 steps forward of the game every time. She's prepared for this in her past. So that's when we just like, well, I can buy that. We don't have to fucking have that. It's very believable.
Mm-hmm.
and the whole time, man, like right from the get go, when that shit goes down, dude, she is fucking on.
Yep.
And
Oh,
one of my
fuck yeah.
favorite scenes where she's like doing her thing is the hallway scene down in the basement, man. When
Yes.
she decides
Yes.
to break all the lights out so they can't find that. I
clever.
love that scene, dude. I love the way it's shot. I love how the lights are shaking and shit, and just like how each one's breaking is like the continuation of like the scene. It was fucking great, dude.
One of my favorite scenes with her, also, it's more for the humor, is when she's beating the living shit out of the first guy.
Bro,
And the little
That
brother,
was
and the little
fucking brutal.
But then
Yeah,
the little brother looks at her and says, "I'm sure." Is it Crispin, whatever his name is?
No,
I'm
the
sure
youngest.
Crispin is-
Felix.
No.
Felix.
Her. Yeah, I'm sure Felix is okay. He's a tough guy, and she just goes,
Oh,
"No,
Crispin,
he's
you
not."
mean?
But
Yeah,
thanks for
yeah,
that anyway. But thanks for
No,
that.
that was pretty good because that dude's like, but that's what I loved is like he was like, so after that first dude got the arrow to the head and they were like having that freak out on the little stairs, you could see Crispin is acting a little kind of weird in that scene.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where he's kind of like doing the pan thing, and like I think that's maybe where he says I didn't know you were, you had these kind of capabilities or anything, like, you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
and
He's sort of backtracking. He's like, oh fuck.
yeah,
I may have
so
fucked up.
that's why I'm saying like to me it always led with like that's why he was going to get it. So with the twist of the other brother and then his girlfriend, and it was just like, oh shit, dude.
Yeah.
We need
family
to
conspiring.
we need to talk about that girlfriend for a second because that bitch is a little twisted in the head. Clearly,
Little?
we all know why.
Oh yeah,
No. Little is not the little is
Necrophiliac.
Little is the understatement.
yeah.
fuck me next to your dead mother. Wow.
Hey, wait. Here's a question:
Crook.
Who would have done it?
No.
First of
Brody's
all,
not saying
I don't
no.
No.
I mean,
Brody's not saying no.
I'm saying what the fuck, what Bob?
no, I mean, like, first of
No
all,
way.
I don't, like, obviously, we're not any of this dude to where we hate our family to where we're gonna off our family. You know what I mean? So like that's a whole but I like the fact that this dude still has a point. You know what I mean? Like he's like, all right, I'm down to pay to get my family killed, but how dare you be disgusting about it? You know what I mean? Like he's got a certain like he's like, no, I know when to say no. I'm glad he didn't. Let's just say like that would have just changed the motive of the whole motif of the movie.
I did. Well, I don't know why, but I'm drawing a blank. Did he give a reason why? Was it? It was just for the money, right?
Money.
This is the inheritance. Yep.
Okay. I was like, was there something else? I was like, no, it's just the money. Okay.
Nope. It's just scuzzy fucking wasp, dude. That are just.
Yep. If there was an underlying reason, we were not aware of it.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Besides, honestly, it's probably just it's money, and your brother and your sister are dicks, and you just don't like them, and your mom's a drunk, so she doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
I love when he's explaining to the guys like, "I will give you more than what I told you I'll give you." He's trying to justify why that guy's dead brother is on the fucking thing.
So even starting it off, man, this movie starts it off. First of all, we literally start off with a fuck scene in this movie, dude.
Yeah,
like,
which I want to talk about because that was
going on
hilarious.
there, bro.
That was hilarious when you look at the fact that she looked very unsatisfied afterwards.
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
She was like not enjoying it.
No.
And he definitely looked like 20 years her senior.
Well, yeah. They said, a little later, he was her college professor. He left his wife for her.
The dude, the neighbors?
Uh-huh.
Well, there you go. There's your answer.
I think it was when
that
they
old
were driving.
College professor?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I think it's when they were driving up to the house, like in the scene, like right after it.
Oh yeah. No, you are right, Chad. Yes.
Fuck.
Wait, I thought they were talking about like how Crispin was a professor and she was the TA.
I don't think. I thought they were talking about the neighbor.
No, I thought they were talking about them because they were like,
they said
you guys get together.
But I thought they said because I thought they said he left his wife.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Is there two teacher dating student situations?
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, that's weird. Well,
that's definitely weird.
I don't know.
Because I definitely remember the at the dinner conversation about Crispin.
Yeah,
he's like, yeah, she was my TA, but they're not anymore, and that's because it was and that's when the thing's like, oh, it's unprofessional.
Sorry, what was that?
Yeah, right. I'm not gonna lie though. Like, I hate being in the midst of that if I'm like in it. But if I'm a side person, bro, I'm just sitting there eating my potatoes, like, yeah,
you're eating your moldy popcorn.
Right, you know it, bro.
That's where the
you mentioned the moldy popcorn. All I can think of is it sounds like somebody snuck like a little crumble of blue cheese and just popped it right in there.
Maybe that's what it was. So you know what? Funny,
maybe it was a skin tag.
The guy did seem a little. a little pissed off when he gave me the popcorn too, because I told him I don't like extra butter on my popcorn. It's too fucking greasy. I don't need it.
It is.
It already comes butter. And the dude's like, "Oh, you want butter?" I'm like, "No, man, I'm good. Thank you." And then he proceeds to fucking apply butter liberally all over this motherfucking thing. I was like,
It's like that scene out of Road Trip with the French toast.
Yeah,
Oh
pretty
yeah.
much. And
It's
so I was
really
like,
good.
I asked for no butter. He's like, look, he just
I
gave me
th-
this look of like pissed off.
I
And I'm
thought you
like,
said Mo butter.
yeah, right. And he's like, oh, and I was like, oh, never mind, man. Like, you guys know me. I'm like, I'll deal with it. I'll take it. He's like, well, is that what you really wanted? I was like, well, clearly no. That's why I asked for no butter. So maybe that motherfucker threw something in there, dude. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
he definitely
There's
gave
some
you
mouse
something
shit in
else.
what if they had, like, what if just for like customers that they think are assholes, they got like something little? Maybe that is, dude. Maybe it was just like a chunk of blue cheese because I hate that shit. That's gross.
That would be a
mold,
great fucking prank to pull on someone.
Oh, so they throw up. Gross. But no, man. All right. So yeah, going back to this movie, man. Like the kills,
Oh,
I feel like, besides our intro kills, which were great, I think it was like a good setup, especially with the music and shit like that. It fit that very good home invasion style movie. You know what I mean? Where it set off the pace.
If there was any disappointment, it's that a lot of the kills were off screen, but you immediately see the aftermath of it. So
yeah, so that didn't bother me as much because, like, dude, we still got a fuck ton of gore, man. And honestly, like, I know we're gonna bring this up later, but dude, I gotta mention the kill to the daughter of her running into the fucking ripcord is possibly the most heinous. Like, bro, yes, golden kill is Blender. Obviously, I feel like that's the obvious. Yep. But I feel like this is like the unsung, just like
my jaw dropped. I was like, oh
yeah, right.
Yeah,
because it's not a saw trap, but it's like she did it to herself. You know what I mean? Like that, it's just that much more like added level of fucked up to it.
And it's that build up to that scene where she has to get a big fucking run up.
But the thing about it is, and it's in my notes, that it was Felix's idea to send her out there running at full blast. He literally sent her running into her own death.
Well, no, he tried doing the one brother, and then she's like, "How come nobody picks me? I'm the fastest." And then
she was like,
"I've got a knife in my fucking back. You know I'm the fastest."
Like, even at that scene, like with the father being like, "Yeah, you can do it." I feel like that's a weird take from a dad. Like knowing like if you got some people out there that are like trying to kill you coming from outside in, are you gonna send your kids out there?
Fuck no,
dude.
His family's
not at all. No, they are, and they're selfish too. Like that's the whole like kind of motif of it. Like the dad never really comes off as an asshole. I don't think in any of the scenes per se.
But he definitely comes off as someone who doesn't think.
Well, he's obviously concerned about his wife and shit like that. His wife.
I understand that, but I'm concerned for my wife. But my kids ain't running out the fucking door for no reason.
But man, that scene is just like, I don't know, and especially because like, you don't see that contact, but man, just to see her like gaping, it's not instant death. You know what I mean? Like that's the worst part. Yeah. Like this is. Yeah.
I also love
choking through it.
Attention to detail because that was. And I don't know why I can tell, but I can. That was piano wire, and that shit don't give.
No, it doesn't.
What was the other movie where somebody set up a bunch of shit like that?
I know there was a kill like that in Wrong Turn 4 on the snowmobiles.
No, not that one. I mean, it might be, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. Collector, right?
Say that again.
The Collector
on the Simpsons. Millhouse.
The Collector had that. Also,
wait, what'd you say with Millhouse?
I specifically asked for no tomato in this sandwich, and then his arm just goes.
Then he's like, "Oh, they didn't even cut my sandwich."
Oh, you know what movie also has a ghost ship?
Well, yeah, but that was not really like because Collector does it to where like, it's all invisible until there's a lightning strike, and you see the light kind of reflect off of it, and you're like, "Oh, fuck!"
Not a bad movie.
Dude, that movie was fucked, dude. I never saw the second one, and I know they're supposed to be making a third.
Second one's not bad either.
I heard it's decent, but all right. So yeah, we got the sister kill. And then I'm trying to think, who was it? The mom? I think the mom was killed next. Which we
She
did.
That was a brutal.
It was brutal, but we didn't really get to see anything. Once again, it's the after effect of just like her body sitting with the machete in it. But
yeah,
and it's like you're next on the wall.
I
Kudos
do
for
like
the serial killer getting your right. Even put the comma.
You know, I was thinking about that. I was like, we have a very literate killer here that is very. He's all about proper spelling.
You know what the funny part about it is, I will say this. So I'm just so curious. Obviously, the movie's called You're Next, and they write on the walls or glass, "You're next." So this is obviously not their first time doing this. So it makes me just wonder how many other either families or people have, I guess you could say, hired these people to do this.
I mean, these
that's what they were essentially. They were hired.
I mean, yeah, these guys were we're not bounty hunters, but what do you want to? I mean, assassins, I guess, but like redneck assassins at the best.
But they're average.
Daddy, I can't hear you, homie.
They're like mediocre.
But yeah, like that's the so like I'm like that was the one question I had. I'm like, clearly they've done this before. So, but like it's like where did this all come from? Is my other like question sometimes.
I got a feeling like they haven't actually done this before.
You don't think so?
Wait, is Chad?
Chad, you're coming in super muted for some reason, homie. Like I could barely hear you. Nope.
No. He was just fine. What the hell happened?
Yeah, right. It like went down
Anything?
like super minuscule.
Ah, there he is.
You're good now.
It's my own fault. I set my fucking notes down on the USB and it unplugged it.
That'll happen. Anyway, sorry.
Brody, what were you saying, that they haven't done this before?
I kind of feel like they just sort of hired hitmen, like John was saying, like rednecks. Like they're very, very sloppy at times. Like they sort of have a plan A, but they don't have a backup plan, obviously, because shit starts going against them. They don't know what to fucking do. So I kind of feel like they're just sort of like, these low rent type of people that just sort of keep to themselves, but they will kill for money because of just how stupidly, like just give them a bunch of money, kill them, do your job, and that's it.
They were ex-military though, too, right? Because the ones they served.
Yeah.
He said him and his brother served.
He said, "I knew you two served together. I didn't know you were actual brothers."
Right.
Well, how the fuck they survived in the military, I do not know. If they let a girl beat them like that.
Well, I think that's
what I mean.
Not being sexist or anything, just saying.
No, but I mean, so clearly they got a good shot. So I mean, you know what I mean? They got some training there. Because they get that first guy right in the fucking dome piece, dude, which is great.
And that was
But then you get the brother
poor T.I. West.
Yeah, right. But then you get then you get the brother gets one in his back.
Yep.
But theoretically, she's trained just as well, if not better, not knowing her father in that situation. You know what I mean? Because of like her dad's Arnold from Commando. You know what I mean? Like, we know what's going on.
Like, these guys, they had a couple years training, and that was it. She's been like trained like this literally her entire life.
Right.
Yeah.
So
so of course she's going to come out on top of them.
Yeah, these guys.
That's an awesome throwback to Commando there, Johnny. It's funny because an Australian kidnaps her as a child, so it's only fitting that she ends up being Australian in the end.
It makes sense. There you go.
That's a movie I got to rewatch. It's been a minute.
Commando. Fire from the hip, baby.
I'll be waiting for you, John.
That's like one of the best fucking lines, dude.
John.
Steve. What's up, Emily?
Emily.
I'm going to kill you last.
So, I mean, all right. So we talked about the piano wire, the mom's death. This is where the other, was it a sister or was it a girlfriend? Who was the other girl that was left up in there with the mother? Is that a sister?
I think that was a girlfriend, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was.
Either way, like, why did they leave her alone in there? I understand they might have not thought somebody was in there, but you still think like, we just found some dead bodies and we just had some people killed. Like, we should probably stick together.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Look, why the fuck would you leave her there by herself?
Emily, I see you just got home from the hospital. Hope everything's all right.
Yes, hope everything is okay, Emily.
Man, we got everybody going. Scoobs, Emily. Have a good night. But is there anything else like specific you guys like? I mean, like I said, Chad, this is your first watch. So
Dude,
really
this
taking
movie
it
was
in.
balls to the wall. Once it starts.
It don't
It's
stop.
full speed. You know,
It does.
like
And
this-
I'm glad you enjoyed it too. Is like I said, I've only watched this once, and it's when it first came out. So this was a decade ago, dude. So pretty much it was almost like brand new
this was
watching.
not a boring movie at all. There was
No.
no scenes dragged on. When it comes to picking
pretty
worst
nice.
scene, that's going to be hard to do.
Oh, nice. Good to hear, Emily.
Good to
That's
hear
good.
that.
Good. I know
Can
exactly
we,
that heart surgery. It's a good thing you got it then.
Can we talk about the comedic humor in this film really quick?
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
how funny some of the dialogue is, like especially when the older brother gets that thing in his back.
Man.
And he's it's so fucking funny. He's like lying on the ground and they're arguing about who wants to run out the quickest. And he's like, "You all know I'm the fucking quickest, but I've got a fucking dart in my back."
Not only that, but as he's dying
Yeah.
and he's getting stabbed, and the brother's just like, well, why won't you die already? Like, just
Dude, I liked a little bit of the payoff to that too when he's running out the door and he goes.
Oh, and he hits it?
It's the fucking arrow on that piano wire.
I like that.
That
it makes
made
him
me
pass.
laugh.
I like that it makes him pass out though, because it's like, bro, that pain, I'm sure would just be like, like that's got to be in his spine, right, dude? Like,
Oh yeah,
the
it's
thing.
it's in there.
So that vibration must have hit. all
Man,
the way down, dude.
that definitely made me laugh when he hit the fucking piano wire with that.
Oh,
What about
right?
when
Like he was like he had the duck, but he didn't. Like, I think.
Felix is like, if you had a certain type of telephone, you could ring this number. And he's like, "Felix, you fucking lowlife. Of course you'd be into that shit."
Right? Like he straight up told him about it in the beginning, and then it was just like, oh, he was the dude with the jammer. Fucker.
Yeah.
Like, what the shit? Which would be really crazy if you could just get a $30 jammer off line like that. I mean, maybe you can. I've never
You
like,
probably
looked
can.
at it. I
Probably.
possibly. I know some
They-
companies have tried going them because they don't want people to use their cell phone while they're working. So
They can't do that now. After
I
the
know.
thing at that Amazon plant.
yeah. Because man, you try to get an emergency number, you're fucked.
Now the humor in this movie is like perfectly timed each time it's used.
Dude, even the violence though, like I'm not gonna lie, that going back to the nail scene in the foot, that was horrific but hilarious at the same fucking time, dude.
What I like the setup to that because before that I was expecting something similar to that. Instead of piano wire, I was thinking there was going to be like nails laid out or broken glass, something. When she goes out to run, she's going to run right into this shit.
Okay. No, man, that piano wire was just fucking.
That was
fuck,
Oh.
man.
God.
Brutal as fuck.
Just I think it's awesome because it's not like I said, like an instant death, dude. Like that's why that one just sits with me so much, dude.
Yeah, I would like to see. I don't want this to come off the wrong way, but I would love to see this in a theater full of black people because of how vocal they are with their reactions. And see the piano wire, they're like, "Oh fuck, shit!"
Bro,
Yeah,
you
oh,
want to
Boy
know?
Scouts, go out there.
You know what? That was me during Thanksgiving. I'm not even gonna lie. I was that dude. And I was just like, oh fuck, man. Like I
Emily,
literally yelled out. There was one part. No, you know what? No, I can't say shit. So I won't say
Emily, I said the same thing, just like Ghost Ship, where it cuts everybody in half, except this time it ain't
Ghost
cutting
Boat.
it in half.
Ghost Boat. Love Boat. So yeah, obviously, then we get the older brother killed off. So we're down to just our main girl, right? Crispin's already gone. He's missing. And
He rings the telephone. of Felix.
who's the girl that goes to the neighbors? Was that the girl that was up in the
Oh.
bedroom?
That was the older brother's wife.
Yeah.
She gets fucked up hard. Corey,
Yes, she
in this
does.
film.
Not only that, but like that whole scene was just crazy of like when he got done killing her and then just sits down on the couch next to the other dead body and just like to
Oh
take a
my
breather.
God.
While the music's still playing. for
Yeah,
like
dude,
3
that was just a
fucking days.
fucking
That
Crazy
one
scene.
song over and over.
Then it goes on repeat. But then he uses her as a
right.
fucking he throws her body through the fucking window, man.
Oh,
To just knock it down and get through. Like, what the fuck, man? This
and
is
she has to John
crazy.
McClane that shit across to only get an axe to the fucking head.
Fuck. Exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So we get down. I mean, we're pretty much at our final girl, dude. Like I said, the basement scene. I already mentioned the
Oh, so
light bulb hallway. That shit was
Oh.
awesome.
the non-hot water that she throws on him, and he's like, "You stupid bitch! It's not
I-
even hot." And then he
I
spills it.
laughed. As
best-
soon as she grabbed it and threw it, I'm like, that shit's not going to be hot anymore.
I'm glad they did the fake payoff because they showed that at the beginning, and you're like, oh, somebody's getting some boiling water.
Yeah.
Nope. But we got something better. We got a fucking blender to the dome piece, man.
Oh, man.
So beautiful.
Oh, I remember the first time seeing that. I was just like slack-jawed because I did not expect it at all. And just obviously, like, you know, these two other people can't fight. You know what I mean?
That's
They're not
right.
used to that shit and everything. So this scrap is just like, it'd be silly in any other terms. You know what I mean? Because this is almost like slap fighting at this fucking point. But man, like, this bitch just gets ruthless. And then the other chick, like, her death is cool because it's like fast and quick. I wish it was something a little bit more than just a knife into the head. But you know, we just how do you up the blender right before
You don't.
you know what I mean? You just
don't.
don't. It's like, yeah, we just gotta kill this quick. But oh man, and then just her revenge on Crispin, even.
Oh,
she
so
she
sweet.
says it, and he says why, and she says, why the fuck not?
Yep.
And then she gets shot.
Yeah, which super abrupt. Totally even forgot that ending. And I was just like, oh shit. Well,
I forgot it.
not
That
taken
cop
out.
showed up. Yeah.
And then we get our last kill / cutaway, which would be the cop. Poor cop. Jesus Christ, dude. Gets a fucking bricked ass. And isn't that what she did in when he was a sledgehammer? But did she brick the sledgehammer up in the original Nightmare? I can't remember.
Yes, she did.
No, I don't think she did. I think it was just a sledge.
It was just a sledge on a
Yeah, just
Because the sledge is heavy enough on its own.
Yeah, I mean, that's
yeah.
Yeah, but this was a sledge axe. And then she was just like, yo, we're going to add some more weight with this brick on the back. Fuck. Fucking hey, man. Is there anything else you guys want to like mainly discuss? Otherwise, we can hand it over to Chad Daddy.
I want to hear behind the scenes on this.
All right.
I don't have a lot, surprisingly. There's not a lot to go on. But
I mean, it feels like it's a pretty like clean cut movie. You know what I mean? Like one location. Well, no, 2 locations. Sorry,
because there's a neighbor's house.
Yep. So, well, give us what you got, buddy.
So the primary filming location was an antique home that had been empty for 12 years.
Wow,
Damn. Okay.
that's why the wallpaper looked like ass.
Okay. Hold on a second. Gotta get back on there. So Sharni Vinson and Wendy Glenn, that was the final girl, and Z, the killer, were actually roommates and best friends before and during filming.
Oh,
That's awesome.
I can hear the conversations. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up tonight. Yeah, you wish, girl.
Can you imagine the conversation be like, I can't believe I had to say fuck me near your dead mom. It's like, it's just a paycheck. Don't worry about it.
I don't know. I feel like she might be the type of girl that put that on like her Christmas card. She probably signs autographs like that.
Now I want to meet her just to get that autograph.
But the problem is, like, let's say that dude gave into her kink. Where do you go after that? This is kind of like the blender kill, man. Like, there's only so high you could go. You know what I mean? Like, where are you going after this?
At that point, you're digging up graves, doing it on a coffin. But that's
Bobby hasn't put any thought into that at all.
What other movie did we see where people were fucking your dead body? Leatherface.
yeah.
There's those people fucking in the cabin with the dead body.
Yeah.
It was gross. And then she was like touching the dead body. Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
well-
Disgusting. Anyways, Chad Eddie, what else we got, homie?
This premiered as part of Midnight Madness at the 2011 Toronto International Film Festival, where it was picked up by Lionsgate for distribution. However, even though the film subsequently played at other festivals, it was not given a wide release until August 2013.
Oh,
Wow.
see, you know, that's why when I was setting up today's show and I saw the notes said 2013, I was like, man, I swear it was 2011, but interesting. All right.
Yeah, that seems to happen a lot to a lot of the films we've done recently have done that.
I mean, I didn't see it till technically 2014 anyways, because I know my kiddo was born, but she was like just an infant. So it was like one of those days where, you know, doing in the house, doing nothing. So you're like, I'm going to watch this.
when you can get away with stuff like that.
Fucking right. Before they actually absorb things and get into personality.
Okay, continuing on. Both Joe Swanberg and T.I. West, who play eldest brother Drake, and Amy's underground director boyfriend Tariq, are two prominent mumblecore directors, a horror genre in which You're Next is also included. Mumblecore, or mumblegore in this case, is a subgenre of independent film characterized by naturalistic acting and dialogue, sometimes improvised, low-budget film production, an emphasis on dialogue or plot, and a focus on the personal relationships of young adults.
That would explain a lot with his films X and Pearl.
I've still yet to see those.
Same.
Great films.
I enjoy them. I like them. I
see,
recommend watching them.
They're on Paramount Plus, but you have to spring for the Showtime extra part of that, and I don't
That's interesting.
like. That's the only way to watch them. It's either that or fucking buy them or rent them or whatever.
I'll rent them at some point.
Did you just mention Larry Fessenden? Did you say Larry Fessenden then?
I did not.
He's the guy at the start of the film that gets killed in that. He's actually a director.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he's a filmmaker himself.
Oh, nice.
This is also around this time. He also did the movie We Are Still Here. He played the boyfriend of the one couple.
That's a good movie too. Yeah.
That sounds
Hell
familiar.
yeah, it is.
With Barbara in it as well.
Yeah. I got to put that on our list. I should put that on the list.
Oh, you already made your picks, buddy. You have to replace it.
Well, hey, we'll see how the year goes. We'll see.
We still need John's picks, though.
I know. I still got to get a couple.
Come on, John.
Slacker.
It's because I haven't sat down and looked at because I want to pick stuff that I haven't seen.
It's hard as
That's
fuck,
right.
man.
It is, man. It's getting deep. But it's like I also don't want to go like bottom scraping. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to just grab shit just to grab shit either. Like
Yeah, that's right.
I totally did not mean to grab two movies that have big anniversaries next year. It just worked out that way. And I was like, fuck it. Why not?
Listen, man,
We're not
if I
gonna
could put the
complain.
Guyver rated R version on there, you know I would. But we don't have it yet. So
Fucking
Soon.
hell.
So,
yeah.
All right, Chad, continue.
The masks in the film inspired the masks in the video game Hotline Miami.
Oh. I never played that, but I remember
Never
popping up a
heard
bunch
of
of
it.
times. It looked always cool. Nice.
The majority of the film was shot with handheld cameras to increase tension.
So I feel like the only scene really that you could kind of tell was right when Ty West gets killed, and we had the family freak out. And I understand it was shot to emphasize the panic, but man, that shaky cam got real fucking bad, and
It did.
that scene particularly. The rest of it was fine, but it was just that scene. And I understand it was supposed to invoke the panic and like, oh my god, what the fuck is happening? Like. And it does, but just like, oh my god, dude, I'm gonna be sick.
I agree, but it's still a great looking film for $1 million.
Oh yeah, dude. Like the rest of it's fucking fantastic,
yeah.
dude. That was I think that's really the only scene that had like hardcore shaky cam.
Yeah. Oh, I understand. Fuck yeah.
Nice, man.
Simon Barrett, the Tiger Mask killer, is also the movie's screenwriter.
Yep.
That's cool.
The tiger. You know what's weird is like because they were all like pretty much basically blank white ass things. Like I was just like, oh, that's a sheep, and then that's the wolf or whatever. Like that was about it. But...
And I've had the chance to talk to the what's his name, the Landmask, LC Holt. I actually got to interview him. Not about this film, about another film. He was actually really cool.
Nice.
Fuck yeah, dude. Oh, I'm sorry, Fox Mask, not Wolf Mask. Yeah. What else we got, Chad Daddy?
The original opening, as scripted, featured an old man who finds his dog decapitated before he is killed. The producers requested this to be rewritten as the scene that appears in the film. I'm glad they did that.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't need killing a random dog. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's kind of, Don't kill the poor dog. He didn't do anything.
I mean, we got a Killer Clowns. You know, they did that in Killer Clowns, but we didn't see them kill the dog. They just took it.
It's implied.
Yeah, that's right.
Barrett wrote the film after Wingard told him that he wanted to do a home invasion movie, noting that they were the only films that still truly frightened him.
I mean, if you think about it, that's fair.
It's very fair.
That is a
because that's a real possibility
for anybody. I don't care what. It's all a possibility. It's just a matter of what are you going to do when it happens? I mean, I know what I'm going to do. What are you going to do?
I mean, dude, there's a lot of solid, especially I feel like with that time slot, like 2007-ish to going up to like, what was this, 2013? Like, we had a lot, dude.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we're still getting them. There's some newer ones that I haven't even watched too. Like I have, what was it, Don't Breathe? I haven't watched that one yet.
I like.
Oh, is that the one where they break into the blind man's house?
Yeah.
Yep. Same director as Evil Dead remake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Which the girl who's from Evil Dead is from Don't Breathe is gonna be at Mania, Johnny.
Yeah, Jane Levy.
Oh yeah,
nice.
And the dude who, her and the nerdy kid from 2013.
Yeah,
the dude who starts it all.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna meet her and Sam Raimi for sure.
Sam Raimi for sure, but the problem is like I just don't know what small Spider-Man character I want to cosplay as for that meetup. Like which Bruce Campbell version of?
You got to be the French waiter because you got to go. You have to have the accent.
It's either, I don't know. I think the ring announcer would be pretty sweet though, man. Especially if I got the fucking like a loud actual mic that like was amplified or whatever. Be pretty fun.
Yeah. Dude, you got time.
I mean, Bob, honestly, if you don't go as Bonesaw, I'll be very upset with you.
Wait a minute. Why does it have to be Spider-Man? Why not be Pizza Papa?
I mean, you could be.
I mean, Pizza Papa always gets paid.
I just want to go random little characters in like whatever Raimi movie. I just try to.
Raimi did Multiverse of Madness.
He did. He also did Darkman. So I mean, there's a lot.
You should do Pizza Papa.
Pizza Papa would be funny.
That'd be great. People would love it.
Or I could just bring a bag of spaghetti with a Fantastic Four symbol on it and be like, "Yeah,
a bag of spaghetti."
So Johnny, if we
I'll go in a wheelchair, I can shave my head. I'll go as Professor X.
I'll go as Bonesaw, but we got to get when I get up there. I'm not even gonna say what I want. Just like, I got you for 3 minutes.
That's all. Yeah, that's all I want.
He's gonna look at me like, fuck.
Oh man, I still want to go to Steel City Con in December when he's going to be there. But man,
I feel like the Monster Mania in March that we're going to is literally going to be a copy of that Steel City because like it's going to be Evil Dead heavy, but I feel like obviously they're still waiting to announce other guests.
Dude, the main reason I would want to go to Steel City Con in December is actually just because of McKenna Grace being there.
Fuck yeah, dude, that'd be awesome.
They might be pulling her because they recently.
She's doing reshoots.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're doing reshoots.
But you don't know how long reshoots could be for. I mean, that could be for.
Well, yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, because that can only be a couple weeks. Anyway, Wingard credited the film's humor to Barrett's sense of humor and cynicism. Some of the dinner conversations were improvised and based on real-life experiences the filmmakers had with family members.
I would love to be at those dinners, just be like, yo, I want to see this unfold.
Yep, those are the popcorn ones, man. You just sit back and you're like, this is fun.
I have a question.
That's where you go steal all the stuffing. And be like,
ask away.
Yes.
Well, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving down here, obviously. So I'm very curious to each and every single one of you there. Have you ever had an experience sitting at the dinner table of just arguments and awkwardness like this film?
No.
You don't have to tell me what it is, but just have you ever
not at Thanksgiving?
Like
not at Thanksgiving, but at Christmas.
Yeah. Christmas is
Christmas came up and it was at Grandma's house, and there's just a lot of family, and everybody's getting older now. So sometimes opinions can fly. Certain opinions will fly from certain like certain age groups, and then they forget that the kids aren't really kids anymore because we're all you're fucking 40. So sometimes there's a little bit of clapping back now, and then the older generation doesn't know what to do with that, and then it turns into a big fucking like it's like, all right, you know what? This is why we don't come to fucking Christmas. See you.
I just want to throw this out there that Brody lives in Australia, and every day is Thanksgiving there because you wake up thankful that you weren't killed by a kangaroo or a spider the day before.
Seriously.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said about Thanksgiving for you guys, I'm now going to class it as a serial killer time of the year after seeing Eli Roth's film, hopefully soon. So
I can't wait to talk to you about it when you see that shit, dude.
I can't believe there
Oh.
haven't been more Thanksgiving horror movies. There's like this one, a couple cheap ass trauma shit,
So,
and Blood Rage.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I was hoping that maybe we would have got, and maybe there was, and maybe I missed it. I was hoping we were gonna get something a little bit, some kind of nod to Blood Rage in Thanksgiving. I was just hoping. I was like, come on, man, just give me the cranberry sauce line. Just give me it somewhere, dude. Doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be. And they didn't get it, but
Dude, Sam Raimi's going to be at Monster Mania. Is Ted Raimi going to be there?
they haven't.
They haven't
announced-
annou-
I can
no,
Because
almost-
he's going to be at Steel City Con. If anything, you could cosplay as Ted Raimi as the condom salesman at the beginning of Blood
Fuck
Rage.
yeah, dude.
Oh my God, yes.
Ted Raimi in any random role.
Literally.
Be him, the dead version of Ted Raimi from Midnight Meat Train after he got smacked with the hammer. What else you got?
What else you got, Chad?
The film was shot in 2011 at a mansion in Columbia, Missouri. Filming took place over 4 weeks, and shooting consisted mostly of night shoots filmed from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
It's a solid schedule, dude.
Yeah, that's a long night.
Yeah, but one solid month, man. That's awesome. Fucking A, man. Nice.
The film opened in the United States on August 9th, 2013, and earned $7 million in its opening weekend. The film closed on October 17th, having grossed $18.4 million in the box office and $8.4 million overseas for a worldwide total of $26.8 million.
No shit. Nice.
I still think that's decent,
That is
unfortunately.
a solid.
That's-
I'd say
yeah,
it's solid.
that's pretty
Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to get us a sequel, which is what I will be talking about next. There was an idea for a sequel, and according to Barrett, Your Next 2 would have picked up right where the first film left off. Apparently, Erin would have gone down for all the crimes that took place in Part 1. She is on her way to prison, and she is shackled to a group of other women in this prison van that gets attacked. The idea is that the lamb mask killer who got stabbed in his cerebral cortex, the idea is that he's still around, but he just can't feel pain anymore. So he's got together some more of his crew in animal masks, and they attack the van. So it's about her. She's shackled to these other women making their way through the woods, and they take refuge in a meth lab, which has all these booby traps. All these meth booby traps that have been created for the FBI, the inevitable FBI raid. It was going to be set in a meth lab with them using the meth tools to fight back against all these different factions, and it was going to be much more of an action movie.
That sounds
Why
balls to
have
the
we
fucking
not
wall.
got-
Fucking wild.
I want this movie made now.
Yes,
That sounds like
please.
how like Strangers turned into Strangers 2. You know what I mean? Like Strangers, like Prey at Night was definitely way more of like a balls to
Slasher.
the wall slasher style. dude.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like especially with the mask guy at the end, and that almost like that gives me that same idea where like this dude's not gonna be able to feel fucking pain. Like he's gonna almost be like a Terminator kind of. Like damn. That would have been interesting, man.
Hey, you know who else couldn't feel pain? Francis.
I was about to say that. You
Yes.
Deadpool.
Deadpool reference.
That's true.
God damn it.
Ah, found
What
out
else?
his name. Anything else, Chad?
That's all I got, buddy.
All righty. Well, thank you for that.
My
Those
pleasure.
lovely nuggets of knowledge.
I wish I had more because I really enjoyed this movie and wish I had more to talk about.
You know what? Sometimes though, like I like when a movie is super solid, but it almost like I love the behind the scenes stuff, but sometimes it's almost cooler when it doesn't have a lot because that's just like, damn, dude, that's a tight knit movie. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it didn't have. They stuck to script. They stuck to fucking time slot. They got that shit done, and boom.
And I didn't have a lot of chance to research much more of this because I waited until last night to watch this. I didn't want to watch it in the morning. I wanted Steph to watch it with me. I just had a feeling
Yeah.
it'd be something that she would like, so we put it off and watched it last night. And I don't want to go into spoilers before I watch it.
Yeah.
That's why on the show notes there was no kill count
That makes
because
sense.
I did the show notes before I watched the movie, but I didn't do my behind the scenes until after I watched it.
Word. Awesome.
Fair enough.
Hell yeah. All righty, boys. What format was this watched on?
Max.
Max.
Also,
Stan.
Max. Would you watch that, Brody?
Stan. It's like an Australian streaming service. Whatever.
All
you
right.
wanna call it.
Awesome. Douche of the film. We got a lot of them.
Yes.
I'm going with
There's a
the
lot of douchebags in
younger,
this
the
film.
younger brother, the one who, mastermind behind it all.
I'm still giving it to the older brother. He was just a
Yeah.
dick.
I was going to say the exact same fucking thing. Drake.
Drake, yeah.
I mean, he does come off as the douchiest person.
Really
He's
did.
so fucking smug. I want to kill him myself.
He was even that way to his own wife. Like, he was a dick to his own wife. Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying like he's a dick enough to where like, as your brother, you want to kill him, but you definitely would want to slug the motherfucker. That's for sure.
He was still being a dick
we're gonna
as
make
he
it
was
unanimous.
dying.
Yeah, all right.
He was dying and he's still being an
He's still being
asshole.
a fucking asshole.
I did love though that line. He's like, "You made me kill my own brother." He's like, "Ugh." Like he sounded so like emo about it. Like, all right, boys. Favorite kill.
Piano wire, 100%.
You know, that's what I was gonna go. That's what I'm going to.
Yeah.
Like right off the bat, and even like, dude, the blender's fantastic though.
The
Like, it's
blender's
hard.
great. The blender's great. The decap is great, but I got to go with Drake's death because he got stabbed with like 6 different fucking things, and he
Bro, he
left
had, like,
them in there.
He had a lot.
He looked
had
like a
a
pincushion, and he's like, "Just fucking die."
I think I want to do something different and go. I was going to say the piano wire. That scene was fucked. I'm going to go with that chick that runs to the cabin and gets like put through the glass. Just
Ooh.
that whole lead up to her
neighbor's
death.
house.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah,
fucking
she-
brutal.
Got the axe right to the fucking temple.
Yeah.
That was like the golf swing style, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking. All right. That was a solid one too. Best scene.
God.
Best
Yeah,
scene.
shit. I do like the one that sort of sticks out to me is like when T.I. West gets the arrow through the fucking head. Just that whole like introduction to the serial killers, like the way you sort of see him reflected in the glass every now and then.
That was cool.
How they
that
just-
was good.
And that's how
Wow.
she saw it at the neighbor's house too, when she's looking in there and then see the reflection behind her. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Best scene.
I'm going with the piano wire scene for the best scene because of the whole lead up to it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It was very, very tense.
Yeah.
Almost as tense as the wire itself.
But
I think I'm gonna have to go with it's a subtle scene, but I like it because again it gives us more into Erin when she's talking about her upbringing, but she's also putting the nails in the boards to
okay.
That was my
good.
runner-up. That was my
Yeah.
That was a
runner-up.
good name.
say I love
We
that.
actually got a little bit, got a little backstory, and then this whole Home Alone setup. Best scene. Dude, there's a lot of fucking good ones, man. It's really shit. I'm trying to think of like the most like what was the biggest slack jawed? I mean, probably that fucking piano wire scene, honestly.
I do like the camera flashing as she's killing that.
Ooh,
guy.
yes, I am gonna go that because that was a cool use of old school digital camera.
That was really cool.
I also questioned, can you do that? Can you set it up? I mean, like, I'm assuming you can set up on like an auto.
Yeah, you
tape.
could just set up a
Autoplay.
timer for it to keep going over and over.
Okay. Yeah.
Like a
No, that
strobe
was
light.
cool and makes sense, man. Like this woman is practical and she's using everything and anything at her disposal. Worst moment or scene.
See, I don't have a worst moment as in like horrible, but I would say the worst like part is when that guy gets his foot on the nail. Like that. That's I call it more like a cringe. So like
that was very cringe.
So
I think
it's worse as in it makes me go ow.
If there is a bad scene, I think I'd have to be what John was talking about with the shaky cam. But again, it was kind of necessary for the scene.
It was. It is. It's one of those catch-22s because it's like I understand why.
No, wait. I'm gonna change it.
I was actually gonna say the mom fucking scene. Like
I was about to say that. Yeah.
I was gonna say their dumb decision to leave mom upstairs by herself.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
Good call,
yeah.
Chad. Good call.
Very solid call. Once
I'm
again,
being big
another
about that.
time they leave somebody alone that they fucking shouldn't.
Especially
Why?
when they knew she heard somebody in the house. The dad knew she heard somebody in the house prior to all this. He should have made that connection.
Should
Yep.
have. Didn't. Okay. That was solid. I like that. That was a good
Good
pick.
call.
Opening scene hook you in, boys?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, from the unsatisfying sex to the slaughtering of both. She was just not impressed at all.
No.
No,
She was like, "Wow, that's it.
He gave her
she
the
had a
very
nice,
weak
she had a nice
sauce.
pair though. She had a nice pair.
Not
It was
bad."
funny. It was funny when sorry, just a sidebar here for a second, but it was funny when me and me brother were watching it, and that the chick that gets the axe to the head by the lamb,
Mhm.
the guy in the lamb mask, he's like, "Silence of the lambs."
I
I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Yeah, no, not bad, not bad."
Oh, that's
Oh
good.
yeah. I like that. Okay, so yeah, opening scene, completely solid. Most attractive character.
Mom,
Aaron, I'm going Mean Girl.
Mom, Barbara Crampton. She just does it for me. Even older, she's still
Yeah.
hot as fuck.
Yeah,
I think I'm
gotta
gonna go
man.
Aaron though, man. Especially like when she's all bloodied and fucked up by the end, dude. She was hot as fuck.
Yeah.
Wow, what does that? What does
I don't
that
know, man.
say about you?
It says a lot of weird things. I'm not gonna even deny that,
It's
bro.
okay. I'm right there with you, John.
Yeah.
I grew up.
I know
with her-
Scoobs would agree with me too, dude.
Yeah,
Scoobs
you
agree.
would.
Yeah. Yeah, I grew up with her on a lot of TV down here, so I'm going to have to go with old Shani. Yeah, or
Alrighty.
Aaron, whatever you.
See?
Chicks are hot.
See,
Emily's right there with me.
I'm not disagreeing.
we're just making it more known.
We're just trying to be self-aware of why we're fucked up.
Look at us.
Well, I know that.
Fucking A. All right, so I was waiting for this question. Did the score set the mood? Fuck yes. it did,
Yes,
dude.
it
Yeah.
did.
Because the score changes. If you listened earlier in the episode, we had a lot of different like musical talents working potentially on this movie. But man, it wasn't until probably at least halfway through that we started getting some sweet fucking synth coming into this shit. And that
Yeah.
shit
Yeah.
was fucking awesome, bro.
Love that stuff.
I
Love it.
I love the synth when Erin, I think she's going upstairs or she's upstairs and it starts to pick up like I was like, oh, that is such a great
Fucking-
piece.
Wingard also does it in The Guest. He really knows where to put it in his films. It's fucking awesome. Would have been cool to see it in Kong versus Godzilla.
Kong versus
That'd be
Godzilla.
cool.
That'd be awesome, bro. Get some fucking
Synthwave soundtrack.
scary synth shit, dude, with some
Hey,
Godzilla
he's,
coming in.
he's doing the
Fucking
sequel
sick.
too, so we may see it yet.
That'd
And
be cool as fuck.
I can't wait for that one. That's gonna be fun too. Full Rampage, the sequel. Okay. So, best song.
We only got that one song on
I
constant.
say the
repeat.
song that's on. Honestly, I like that song.
There you go. Okay. Favorite character.
You got to go with Aaron.
Yep.
You know what? I'm gonna go with an oddball one. And even though he was also douchebag, I'm gonna go with the douchebag older brother. Because and this is why, because
Yeah.
he's the one that adds the dynamic like catalyst to the rest of this shit show. If
Yeah.
you didn't have him, none of this family wouldn't be
There'd
as
be no
snarky.
humor.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
Like
god, now you're making me think of Secret Santa even more.
right, because now he's that older brother who's just trying to fuck everything from Secret Santa. I mean, they're almost the same. If you just gave this one PCP, he'd probably be doing the same fucking thing.
Probably.
Man, I really got to watch that again. That was a lot better than.
Oh,
I
Yo,
got
You're
man,
making me second
after
guess.
this week, dude, it's game on for Christmas time. So yeah, that's an
Yes,
absolute-
agreed. Yeah, you know, so I'm
Actually,
just
and if
gonna go.
nobody
with
knows what
Aaron.
we're talking about, I think if I still have it up here, but I got this little here, and that'll take you to where you could go get Secret Santa.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
I think the boss man left that up there, so yeah, that'll take you to the screen box.
I'm gonna buy.
And
it.
yeah, fucking A, dude. Okay, so was it scary?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Chad Daddy literally had a numbered of jump scares that worked for him, so I'm gonna say fuck yes.
Hell
Shit
yeah.
your pants.
Okay, does it hold up today?
Yeah.
Only a decade
Absolutely.
old, I would
Yeah,
definitely say
very
yes.
well.
And you know something? It doesn't feel like a decade old.
No.
No, it doesn't.
It
It
feels
doesn't feel
fresh.
dated at all. Yeah.
It feels fresh.
Alrighty. Did we like? Oh, I'm sorry. How was the acting?
Very good.
Yeah,
Very
really
great.
good.
No hamming it. This question could go either way, but cinematography. I'm gonna say I liked it, even though I crapped
Yeah.
on that one scene. I still understand why it was needed for that scene.
They made up for it with that flashing of the kill.
Everything that the
the
breaking of the bulbs, dude, just taking out that
Yeah,
just some of
100%.
even
The
just some of the
reveal-
ways like the nail in the foot, just the way that was shot. You know what
I
I mean?
even liked how they, after T.I. West got shot in the head, and they kept the camera down low so we couldn't see it until we saw.
Yeah. So
Was
like
it Aaron's reaction
finally,
to?
I think we get to see everything once Aaron finally like realizes it being his main POV. But yeah, dude, like that whole scene is, oh man.
Yeah, 100%.
Great scene of just showing how people can go from 0 to 100 in like 1 second, dude, and literally lose their shit. Like with nothing.
Like John said earlier, that really fucking cool shot of the serial killer sitting next to like the dead corpse on the couch.
Oh, I
And it
love that.
it just lingers. It's so fucking cool.
Like
and
the
you
only
sort
way
of see him like, look, he's like, yeah, that's my masterpiece right there. That's
I feel like the only way that could have
been
been maybe like a little funnier, or maybe I don't know, maybe he didn't. It's like if he just put the mask up a little bit and like lit a cigarette. Or something like that. Like,
or if the way the body was like opposed with his hands on his crutch, he probably like grabbed his hand off the crutch and like just dropped it next to him. Or something so stupid.
Right. Anything, dude. Like that, yeah, that was a cool little like end of that scene for sure. All right. Did we like the premise?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a home invasion movie mixed with snarky family movie. So, and there's a lot of ones like that. So that's for sure. Climax, was it satisfying?
Yes.
Where do we want to say the climax was? I'd like to pinpoint this if we could. Is this the kitchen fight?
No,
her killing Crispin, yeah.
Yeah,
so as the last kill, that's the climax. So it'd almost be like the phone call. Like when you like
from
right
that point,
From that, pretty much.
All right.
But it's so quick. It's quickly paced.
It is.
As soon as she kills Crispin, if she gets shot, so it's like, well, where does it end?
Yeah, that's just like instantaneous, but it ends with the axe in the cop's face, unfortunately. But you know. All right. So recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot. I'm rewinding.
Rewind and give us that damn sequel.
Yeah, give us the fucking sequel.
You know what, man? The way we're getting sequels and shit so much later now and everything, they can still do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit, we're just getting Beetlejuice 2. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this could easily be done. Like
anything's possible.
Yeah.
All righty. Let's rate this bitch. We do not have a rating from Scuba, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Bob, start us off, homie.
4.5.
4.5. All right. Very solid score. Brody?
I'll go, I'm sort of tossing up between a 4.2 and a 4.3. I'll go 4.3. Fuck it.
All right. Chad Daddy?
I'm with Bob. 4.5 for me, buddy. Loved it.
4.5. And it's a solid movie, man. Great kills. I really like the home. I totally forgot about the Home Alone-esque kind of stuff in it, which made it even better to me. I'm gonna go 4.2.
Okay.
So let's divide that by 4. And that would be a 4.375. So a 4.5 or 4.4. Jesus Christ. Can't do that.
Closer. I'll take it.
That's pretty damn good.
4.4.
Kind of cuts it down the middle.
Yeah. 2013's You're Next. Awesome. Chad Eddie, what do we have next week?
Well, next week we have lined up a movie called Possession, which some of us may have to sign up for a free trial of Shudder or something to get.
Yeah, this one's apparently.
Don't look at me. I got Shudder.
Is that the Sam?
Wait, Possession 1981?
Yes.
Yes.
It says it's also Amazon. Well, maybe it says Amazon premium subscription, but maybe that's
it's linked. Yep. Shudder or AMC Plus. What's that, Brody?
Or Roku.
I was gonna say you guys are gonna have some mixed reviews about this film. I can see it. It'd be good. It'd be good to hear you guys talk about it, but I can see.
Apparently it's on Roku channel as well. So if you got Roku channel,
it is.
It says Roku channel premium subscription. So
and that might also be Shudder through them because Roku channel's free.
I was gonna say I'll check my Roku channel when I get off of this.
I'll have to remember to look
verify.
too.
But it says also YouTube premium subscription, so you should be able to like probably rent it from everywhere too. I imagine. I don't know.
Nope, I checked.
Not
You
bad,
can't
yeah.
even rent it. It's just streaming through the. Really interesting.
Yeah, because I went on Amazon and looked.
Okay, so what I will say is we'll still stick with that, but for
Yeah.
some reason, if there is a change up.
If there's a change up, I will move up the following movie into that slot, which will be the 2009 remake of Friday the 13th.
Okay, so that would definitely
Okay.
be super easy. I was gonna say, we'll stick with Possession. We'll post it on our Instagram and everything like that in case it does change up. But yeah, well, I'll check after the show, homie, and just verify to see if those other ones.
I mean, if I have to, I'll sign up for a month of Shudder because it's only.
I have
$5,
Shudder,
$6
so I'm good there. But you know,
Yeah, I have it too.
I felt like I was
you
wasting my
personally.
money on it, so
I have it
I
through
never
somebody.
used
else. I'm not saying I pay for it.
No,
But-
I paid for that.
okay, so Possession 1981, and then you said week after that would be Friday 13th 09.
and I think that's the last thing we have scheduled.
Yeah, because our December is still open. So, but we'll fill that pretty fast.
Yeah, so if
Yeah.
anybody has any suggestions, I gotta say, I missed having Gene in the chats this week.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people.
We didn't have a lot of we had a lot of viewers. We got up to like our normal 10, but people were commenting today. But that's
Well, I know Heather wasn't watching because she just got out of the dentist like right before the show. She had a couple crowns put on. She was telling me.
that's fair. You know, it happens. Yeah, we didn't have our usuals. We didn't have Gene.
Yeah.
We didn't have.
Well, we have one of our usuals right here.
Well, yeah, right here.
That's true. But awesome. No, so we got to find at least 2 more for Christmas because, well, we're not doing
Preferably
that
not Christmas
Day.
themed though.
Well, yeah.
Well,
If you can find
a
a decent one, most of the ones that are left are bottom of the barrel.
I may have one if we haven't already done it, but I kind of feel like we have. Is it Better Watch Out? Did we do that?
No, we haven't.
It's like an Australian and American
I'm interested.
film about Christmas. And it's
2016 horror comedy.
Yeah.
It's on Peacock right now. It's on Philo, Amazon Prime, Pluto for free, Tubi for free, Roku, Plex.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Oh no, we definitely have not done this movie.
You want to throw it on for December 11th?
Go for
Bro,
it.
Patrick Warburton's in it. I'm sold.
And
Putty?
take him.
Oh yeah, I'm.
Dude, you got Putty in it? I'm down, man. Like,
Okay, so hold on. Let me add that.
Oh, you had to tell
Buddy!
me.
So
Why don't
December
people have
11th.
dips for dinner? I don't understand.
What is it? Better watch out.
Better
Yeah.
Watch Out 2016. So we'll put that for December 11th. All right. So there's one. That's good.
Virginia Madsen's in it too.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
I forgot about her.
Levy Miller. That name sounds familiar too. Nice. Awesome. All righty. Well, is there anything nerdy for you boys to discuss? I got nothing this week.
I
so.
do. They
I
just
got a couple of little things.
today the NECA dropped. They are coming out with a Alex Murphy pre-RoboCop figure.
I did say that.
Oh, no
Yes,
shit.
they are.
And I'm sitting there looking at a picture of it on Bloody Disgusting, and he comes with the splattered hand effect.
He also comes with the shot up version of him too.
Yeah, but
That's cool.
But that's look. Oh man, that looks so cool.
That's
awesome.
coming in clutch again.
That is really cool. 2 alternate heads, the alternate chest piece where he's all shot up, the alternate hand, the alternate leg. Oh man, that looks so fucking cool.
That is
So if
one
you're a
that
fan of RoboCop, definitely pick that up when it comes out.
Yeah. It's a
See,
must.
I need to pick up the game. The game looks so good, dude, and the reviews are doing pretty well.
I
It's just
haven't-
so funny because when the first trailers came out, it looked like it was going to be a cheesy piece of shit.
Which I was still for, honestly, in my mind. Like, I'm just like, yeah, give me that, dude. I don't
I mean,
give a shit.
anything to give us more RoboCop.
If there's not an achievement for shooting every motherfucker in the dick, I was very upset. Anything else, nerdy boys?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. For those who are playing the Chainsaw Massacre game, there is a new map and new characters coming on November.
Oh,
28th.
nice.
We have
Nice.
we have a character called New Family, Nancy, and then a new victim called Danny. and they will be out on November 28th. There is a trailer, and it looks cool.
Are they DLC or are they free?
No, I think it's hold on.
Because if they gave them as free updates, that'd be great. But I also haven't dipped a toe into that game in a solid month or so. So
I think it says you can get both of them, new map and both characters for $10.
okay.
But I think they're going to give the new map probably
Map
to
should be
everybody
free.
eventually. Yeah, I think the map is free, but the characters you have to probably get.
All right. Oh, you know what? The one nerdy thing I got today is if you got MK1 today, Tremor dropped, which is fucking awesome. I haven't tried them out yet. I'll let you know after the fact. And if you don't have MK1 Black Friday, it's on sale 30% off on either big consoles. So
Oh, and one more other thing, just because we were talking about it so much, Johnny saw it, and I will be seeing it Wednesday. Eli Roth's Thanksgiving slashes into a $12 million debut from its first weekend.
yeah, I threw $10 to that hole. Woo!
Yeah.
Fucking hey, man. It was great, dude. I 100% tell. I would say, especially this week, man, everybody should for the most part have a short work week. Maybe not, and I do apologize if you don't. But man, if you can get out there this week to go see that fucking movie, dude, definitely go see it in theaters. It's one of those ones where it's like it would have been fun to it'd be fun to watch at home, but I am very glad I got to experience it in the theater.
So then on that note, I will say then for people, please go support your theaters and go see a good horror movie. Support it, please. Don't be a lazy fuck and wait for it to come out on digital. I'm just getting it out now.
Hey man,
go see it in theaters, please.
I'm all for these like holiday themed horror movies coming out because now we get the next one coming out. It's a Wonderful Knife.
Yeah,
that looks fun. Did you watch that trailer yet?
No,
I did watch the trailer. The trailer
we watched it last week.
Yeah,
but it looks like it's filmed a little cheaply. But dude, Justin Long sells me on everything that he's in, so I'm literally watching it for that man. So
that's fair.
I don't know. I think it looks fun.
I'm excited to check it out.
That's all I got.
Yeah, the one thing that I have here, and I posted it in the chat, and this is one for Chad Daddy's collection. Kino Lorber is releasing on January 30th a 4K HD and Blu-ray, The Boogans.
I love that movie.
Oh,
that movie scared the crap out of me when I was a kid.
I'm gonna have to watch it and get it.
Yeah, I'm actually really keen to watch it. I'm surprised Chad hasn't added it for next year. Or
it's hard. It's hard to find like streaming or anything. That's the only reason I haven't done it.
Yeah, very cool.
That one and The Deadly Spawn is another one I've wanted to add on there, but it's also hit or miss on streaming.
Yeah,
I did. Did I put on mine? I put Basket Case on mine.
Mm-hmm.
But when I went to go watch it, I didn't think it was on there. I'm like, oh, please tell me I won't have that same problem next year.
You know what? There's a movie right there for all you ladies. Straight up hanging dong. I know it gets always asked. So. Dude, that man ran down 1980 New York City streets naked with nothing on his feet. That dude did not get paid nowhere near enough of what he did for that movie, in my personal opinion. But we'll discuss that when we get there. Is there
Mortal Kombat started filming, unless you mentioned that last week, John.
Yeah, they restarted the. I know, I'm so happy about that, man. And biggest one was that picture Carl Urban put out of them all standing around the trailer. So can't wait. Like Brody and I were talking about, I'm interested to see his stunt double because there's no way I don't think Carl Urban's pulling off a split to do a ball buster.
Maybe how funny would it be if they used the cameo thing from the game in the new film? So it's like Johnny Cage is like meant to be this hero, the martial arts expert, but it's his stunt double that does all the work for him.
I mean, they did that in the other games, dude. They did that in 10 had one where he could bring his stunt double out, and then 11 had one where he would get rid of the shadow kick, and he would have a stunt double come out to like clothesline your ass.
So they go to the tournament. And it's just like Johnny Cage and his stunt double, like taking on Baraka.
Honestly,
Great.
even especially if like the stunt double gets taken out right away, and then he's like, "Fuck, I really got to do this shit." You know what I mean? Like,
Or Jean-Claude Van Damme is his stunt double in the film.
bro, if they have Jean-Claude in there at any point, that'd be fucking awesome.
That'd be so fucking.
Even if he
sick.
plays like his Master Boyd or something like that, you know what I mean?
Jean Claude as himself.
Or that. That's fine.
That'd be even better.
I'm fine with that too.
Like they're all gathered together for the tournament. Everybody looks over, is like, "Is that Jean Claude Van Damme?"
I like, as much as I'm excited to have my man Cage in there and everything. I'm not gonna lie. I think the two biggest things I'm excited for is to see what they do with Noob Sabat, because it's pretty much already been confirmed that he's doing Noob, and to see how they make Baraka, because they could either make him where he looks terrible, or they can make him where hopefully he looks fucking fantastic. I'm hoping they don't like cheese mo out of it, and like they're like, oh, we'll just make him kind of normal, but we'll give him swords in his arms. It's like, no, man, give me the fucking full teeth, everything. I need it all. So I don't know, man. And who knows? Maybe our main character will die off and we'll get a new main character.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah. Or push back to the side. Other than that, all I have to say is I hope you guys have a fucking happy Thanksgiving today. This week.
Hell yeah. Happy Thanksgiving
Happy
to all of us.
Thanksgiving, motherfuckers.
Yeah. And other than that, I think we're good, man. Should we sign it out?
Sounds good.
Bob, take it away.
This is your killing machine, Bobby Moon, saying happy Thanksgiving, and don't forget to fist your turkey. Fist it hard.
God damn. How do I top that? DKB all the way from the land down under, saying I'll catch you mother lickers next week. Cheers, gentlemen.
Yeah, buddy. This is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, saying, fill your bellies on Thanksgiving. That's the true meaning of the holiday. Just eat the fuck out of everything.
Yep.
And wear your loose pants. Wear sweatpants.
Black sweatpants.
I was just going to say, Brody.
Black sweatpants with a dress shirt. Oh, well. And I am your Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, saying happy Thanksgiving, Gorehounds. Hope you have a fantastic week. And what else? Oh, yeah. That's not cranberry sauce.
Yes!
Fucking